Someone's already roasted me for this story. But look, like I said, slim pickings, okay? And it warmed my heart. It's the best I can find, okay, guys? It's the best I can find. This is kind of cool. The teen saying no to social media and yes to
yes, I have heard
this
about
is really
this
cute.
a bit.
This is really cute. Yes, they're Christian boys, but like, I don't give a shit, okay? Like, there are kids out there.
Oh, are these specific people? Nah, I just know that this is just a thing in general. Like,
which is good.
And good. Digital cameras are back.
I know, isn't it cool?
Right?
Actually, I'll show you a video later that I found, which is kind of along the same lines. But this was very cute, and I wanted to show you because, like I said, slim pickings on it's slim pickings on good news articles. Okay, guys. So and I wanted something to warm your hearts, and it warmed my heart.
When it
Hopefully
loads.
it will warm your heart when it loads. Jesus, it's taking a while. What are you doing?
Right? Oh my god, is that loading up on dial-up? Far out.
Oh, it's loading up on my Wi-Fi. That might be what it is. I might honk out.
You're telling me your Wi-Fi is basically dial-up?
Sometimes.
Today,
fucking annoying. All right. Whoa.
I got the ZTE custom background by me, the one and only.
This is a Nokia Flip. It's pretty pricey for a brick. I think it was like $150, but my parents blessed me.
Oh, it's MobiWire. I think it's like a 1NZ brick phone. Bought it from Countdown for $40 on a sale, I think.
And Connor's dad actually said he'd get up.
Look, it's just funny. Like, it's funny when you grew up with this stuff and you grew up with like the very first cameras that came the first phones that came out. Everything from like didn't even have a color screen to had a color screen to it had a camera, then it had two cameras, then it no longer had touchscreen, and then it was no longer a flip phone. Like, we got to see all of it. The only ones we missed out was those giant keyboard brick things.
We also had that weird phase with like the BlackBerry.
Yes. My partner had that. He had the LG thing that like it was kind of like the thing I always wanted was the slide where the middle part slips forward and then you get the little keyboard.
The one that Kelly Rowland's using on the Dilemma video,
Yeah, but he had the LG version, which the whole thing flipped up, and then you did oh my goodness. And then like the phones you could get before apps and social medias, and it was just like the internet, but it was internet HTML.
Oh, so someone said an iPod's still a thing? I still have my iPod, y'all.
I lost mine.
It still works.
Gutted. Good on you.
I think it's flat at the moment, though.
Someone just mentioned this. Yes, this is the phone I wanted. I was so gutted I couldn't get it.
I had the grey version of the Pinkalicious.
Which one was it? There was the fat one, which I think I had the silver one of the fat pink one. And then there was the Motorola, which was the really thin...
Yeah, no, so the chunky one was the Pinkalicious. The Motorola Razr is the one that was thin. But yeah, I had the grey, the Silverlicious, I think they called it.
Yeah, it was like my dream phone, and when I bought it, I was like, oh my god, I got it! And this is like when it was way out of date.
What sucked though is that those phones made a really loud noise when you close them. So if you're like trying to like sneak like texting or like calling someone, you know, and you'd like parents would come in the room and you're trying to pretend to be asleep, but you're like trying to make this phone that just makes this huge like clonk noise when you close it.
Also, sorry Dave, but shut the fuck up. Fuck off.
$1,000, like whoever got a phone.
Also, I thought this was cute. One of his dads offered him a grand.
Connor's dad actually said he'd get us $1,000, like whoever got a phone last will get $1,000, but then he just kind of pulled the plug because we got brick phones. So we kind of got scammed, but in a good way because it kind of ended up better than what it would have been. So I'm not mad about it.
We catch a bus to school and just everyone's like this, just head on the seat in front of them, just probably watching some naughty things. And so we were like, oh, I don't know, we'll try to be good kids. But just, I don't know, didn't look that fun.
Well, I actually had Instagram for like a while. But yeah, same thing,
Just on your computer though.
Oh yeah. My computer and my mum's phone, but I wasn't very good at like probably the addiction side of it. Just like I wasn't very good at like controlling how much time I spent on it.
did you feel like you were missing out?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like
I just didn't have anyone to talk to on the bus in year 9 and 10 because they're all on their phone. Sometimes I just wouldn't know about things because they'll have it on a group chat on something and I can't get on group chats on my brick phone. So I just wouldn't go to stuff because I had no idea about it. My ex-girlfriend still has a brick phone, converted her.
Someone just pointed out brick phones. Yes, I know they're not actual brick phones. What we know as brick phones. This is Gen Alpha. Leave them alone.
He said he would.
Few people from youth group have one. A couple of my other mates got one, but I guess it kind of caught on a little bit, but not heaps.
Not really.
But again, just heaps of people say, "Oh, I wish I could have a brick phone. That's so cool," but they just don't get one.
I'm a bit scared that when I get one, I'll be like, oh, what is this? Like a new drug or whatever, and just get addicted to it. But for now, it's when I'm still in school and living at home, it's fine.
I mean, it is kind of cute that they're like, oh god, the social media, I'm gonna get addicted. It's like a drug. Oh no.
I mean,
everyone's told me it's bad for me. They want to ban it. It must be bad. This is like the satanic panic. This is like the kids' version of the satanic panic.
I think that's what Dave was saying is that because they're but I mean, to be fair, these aren't the only like young people. Like this might be in New Zealand, maybe one of the more known ones, but I know even overseas, like they call them dumb phones. First of all, not brick phones. These Christians don't even know the right fucking Gen Z term to use, first of all. But yeah, I mean, like digital cameras are coming back in fashion because, like, guess what? No one wants to go out to a club with $1,000 phone and end up smashing or losing it. So they realized you could take like cheaper little shittier things with you. Same with like a phone. You know, you need to have a phone while you're out in town. But what happens if something goes wrong with it? If you've got a cheap little shitty one, that's also just really smart in terms of that. Like, sure, you don't want to necessarily be breaking and losing them all the time, but...
Can I ask where the fuck they're putting... like, they must be using power shots. Where the fuck are they putting the cameras? I mean, when you say digital, I know you mean, like, classic, but I'm just, like, looking at my giant fucking...
No. Actually...
What the fuck?
I
assume you mean, like, little power shots, which are, like, kind of phone size anyway.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, it's just like your normal old school Kodaks. I know I've got one somewhere in this box, I think.
I should tell you what, my very first camera was like it was a power shot, but it was before the like real thin. Yeah, I suppose you probably put that down your
This was my first ever digital camera. That was 10 megapixels, and it cost $350. Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, because I was looking at photos of my power shot, my Canon thing that was like photo and video, and looking back at the footage, it's like the photos are crisp, man. Like they're really good quality, and even like non-digital, like your classic film cameras, the like photo quality from those is insanely good. Like just. You don't even need like the biggest and best in phone cameras anymore. Do it with.
And I mean, like, it's also fun when you get to like actually play around. Like, because I remember how much fun it used to be trying to figure out even how to take photos of yourself, or like, you know, that's why mirror selfies was such a like big thing, because it was like, oh, this is the only way I can take a photo of myself.
Where it was like, I'm just going to take 100 and then just hope that they look good because I don't know what I look like.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, like, you know, a lot of people are saying is that like kids do get addicted to social media, and a lot of young people are realizing that. They are starting to try and like balance with having, so it's not just these Christian kids. I'm sure, like, you know, never heard of these guys, but I've heard about this since at least like last year or something. It's been going on for a wee bit.
Speaking of, we'll finish this off.
Yeah, definitely having friends makes it the easiest. It'll be pretty hard if you're by yourself.
Well, yeah, like being with friends, like people might just like, oh, you're a weirdo with no phone, but then like a group of weirdos you feel fine in. But I think by yourself it'll be a lot harder.
I just thought it was cute. It was cute. It goes to show that kids aren't dumb. They're pretty self-aware, and I'd say that they will probably be pretty good in society. You know, they'll grow up well. They'll they're not just because they don't have social media and connection in that way. I think they're still gonna thrive in other ways, and that ability to connect with people and learn those skills when you're young is good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yes, I know
Good to learn how
some
to
of
battle
them
and
are
both.
good, but I'm taking the good ones because I like the good kids. Okay, kids are all right. Okay. Some kids
I
are
mean,
all right.
they're as all right as they can be in this economy.
Well, honestly, I don't blame them for being fucked up. Like, I don't blame Gen Alpha and Gen Z for being absolutely fucked up. They had to go through their pivotal years through a pandemic, which they were shut in for 3 years. 3 years of your life when you're a teenager is
That's so
massive.
long.
For us who are in like our 30s and 40s at this point, 3 years goes by real quick and you don't see a lot of change. But when you're 18, 19, 20, 16, 12-year-olds going through a pandemic, 3 years of your life is like, it's a
good
chunk.
portion. Yeah.
For some kids, it's like a quarter of their lives. That's insane that they were stuck inside. They had little to no interaction with other kids for good chunks of their school career. That sucks. So yeah, they're kind of fucked up. But
they also had to deal with like having their entire childhood be online, because like a lot of people who were having kids back when we were using my digital camera, you know, they have posted their children's faces and videos of them. And like, I know nowadays we're getting a lot more people being like, actually, maybe we shouldn't do that, because like maybe we should wait until the kid like can give a bit more consent to having their life just shared for whoever their parents want them to be shared to. Like, it's definitely got to be a really difficult thing to navigate, and all while being hormonal and a teenager and all that really not fun stuff. Like, I'm not surprised they're getting a lot more vocal about it.
I feel really bad for the guys too, because the social media that we grew up with is just drastically different. The social media that we grew up with, you know, us kids of the early 2000s and the 90s, early 2000s, early 2010s, or even us adults, there were adults during that time. Like, we had the best of social media. We had the fun social media, the stuff that wasn't like addictive and horrid. Yeah, there's opportunities to bully for sure, but that's like.
No, I think we had a different type. We had a different type,
but we had Club Penguin.
Yes, but do you know what my point was going to be? Do you know what my next point was going to be, though? They were also full of fucking pedophiles. So we did have a lot of problems on the internet back then still. It's definitely different, but we definitely had some really fucking bad problems back then, because, like, that was like you know, Habbo Hotel, Club Penguin, Neopets. Unfortunately, those are still like, they're definitely an interesting time, but I do think it was better, at least in some terms, because it wasn't so, everything's too easily connected to every profile you have nowadays, whereas like back in the day, you'd have like one set of friends on MySpace, one set of friends on Bebo, or like, you know, and only certain people were allowed to be on certain profiles, because people almost had like these alter ego lives on their different little, you know, like RuneScape girlies, you know.
Oh yeah, bring back like, RuneScape buddies.
Well, RuneScape's still going. Old school RuneScape's still going.
I know.
They never went anywhere.
There's a series online, and the guy does like a Survivor on RuneScape. I don't know if you've ever seen the series. It's so good.
No, I haven't. So that does sound funny. Although this is a horrific one to remember from back in the day.
No.
R.I.P.
Omegle all the way. Omegle was worth it. Dude. This is what I mean, though, right? We looked at it through, like, I still look through rose-colored glasses when it comes to the internet. Like, sure, it definitely had its problems. And, like, today's kids, I would be like, you're not fucking going on any of those. But, like, we were teenagers and kids, it was like, it was borderline, you know? Like, it wasn't so widespread. It wasn't going to, like, take me down an alt-right pipeline where I started, you know, thinking the Holocaust didn't exist and, you know, women...
Well, unless you're on 4chan. Like, that could happen if you were on 4chan or Tumblr or Reddit. But it was definitely, more segmented.
Yes, exactly. Like, 4chan and 8chan definitely existed, but we just didn't, you know, we don't need to...
But also, we did
the-
have
we had
Flash
the good
games,
stuff.
and I think Flash games was definitely something that for like young people was where, because that's where I feel like back in the day,
Armor
like
games.
we've talked about it a bit, but like, you know, in terms of third spaces, we used to have like third spaces for young people online. You know, we used to have like, I remember, what was it oh my god, Newgrounds was like a
Newgrounds.
huge one. Like, and they had entire communities where it wasn't just even games, like there would be like video animations and so many, like a whole community on like places like Newgrounds and I'm trying
DeviantArt.
to remember what, yeah,
DeviantArt was
DeviantArt.
the other one. Yeah.
Trying to remember one of the other Flash player ones that was, just can't, mini player, was it mini player? I think I'm thinking of.
I'm just thinking of Armor
There's so
games is one
many.
that came to me. But yeah, Newgrounds as well. And like before,
Yeah.
it was so good when before teachers caught on, which was like they were like a good 6 months to 2 years behind. So you could go to all of those and like they weren't blocked and I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, but when they blocked them, you
So
just
good.
use proxy websites. I remember
Until
in
they caught on to
intermediate and high
proxies.
school. No, but that's the thing, is there were so many different proxy websites, at least at my high school. We actually had like a rotation. So as soon as one of them got blocked, we had people who were basically looking for the ones that wouldn't be blocked and like updating everyone. We were
Yep.
terrible.
We were always one step ahead, but it's not the same. Yeah, it's definitely not the same social media. It's not the same internet as what they. Fuck yes. Bitcha, 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 mushroom, bitcha,
Hell
bitcha,
yeah.
bitcha, bitcha.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, and the potato. Oh, see, now I'm going to go down memory lane too much if we keep going though, because I'm going to start talking about the Samwise potato song. Boil 'em,
Jesus.
mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. All right, yeah. Do we go to memes next? Do we get back on track?
This is what I mean, though, right? This is what I mean. This is the shit we had on the internet.
Yeah.
It wasn't this
No, I give you
fucking
that.
slop tuber bullshit. Like everyone knew what the current meme was. It wasn't like this weird giant network of like segmentations and
Oh god,
fucking-
yeah. I mean, there was goofy.
Yeah.
There was a lot more goofy, like
yeah.
elements, and a lot more like, I mean, even just like old school YouTube, like the creativity that existed on old school YouTube, like we'll never experience that again. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever experience what YouTube, like the original YouTube was like, ever again. Like, I mean, there's somewhere out there on YouTube videos from like a 15, 16-year-old me. I don't know where they went. I don't know how to find them. But I mean, if
tell
someone
them
wants to
that.
find
They
them,
will.
I'm so down for them to find them. Like, I would love to have those videos back. That would be cool as hell. But, you know, I'm also glad there's a lot of other stuff from like my internet days that don't exist anymore. Thank God Bebo got taken down.